Hey guys, my name is Kris. A little bit about my story. I came down from Cambodia as a refugee, at the age of 6 years old. On my way up here, I've seen things as a kid where you couldn't even fathom as an adult. I mean, I've seen anybody who is educated, they kill all the way down to the babies. And like I said, stuff that I've seen as a kid, people today can't even fathom as an adult. On my way up here, as a refugee, my parents basically, there's 12 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we basically, we shopped at Goodwill. We basically, the Salvation Army was the way we got a lot of our toys, and growing up was always really tough for us. But I knew growing up I was going to be somebody. I was going to do something, and fell in love with the sport of bodybuilding. Started wrestling in high school, and one of my coaches told me I should start bodybuilding, and I started doing that, and progress started coming really, really fast. And I started to realize, there's a potential that I had. I remember, wrestling as a 98-pound weakling, and people said I'll never be a bodybuilder. And it was like that image of a mirror. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, with the little kitten and the lion looking through that mirror. Well, that was me growing up, and I've always knew that I was going to look like that professional bodybuilder. I wanted to have muscles on top of muscles, and on my way up and turning pro when I was in 2003. Took me a while to turn pro. I was 30 years old. Tried it over and over and over and over again, and I finally got my pro card when I was 30 years old in 2003. And but when I did turn pro, it came pretty fast for me. My first pro show, I took top 3 next to Dexter and Lee Priest, and qualified for the Mr. Olympia, and basically went on from there. But I did really, really well. And I was kind of surprised myself, and next thing you know, in 2007, tragic happened. I had an aorta dissection. The main artery that's connected to the heart, it basically burst, and they gave me a 10% chance to live. And I came out of there, and they told me if I was going to wake up, I was going to wake up with brain damage and paralysis put together. And got up. Walking from point A to point B, I was out of breath, and I had to retrain my body, picking up a little 3-pound weights, and basically just working myself up, and I came out of it, and doctor told me to kiss my career goodbye, and I'll never be able to work out again. And at that point, I didn't believe it, and I knew the mind is so powerful that if I believed what I wanted to believe, I knew it was going to happen. In 2009, I came back, and I competed again and took top 3 and qualified for the Mr. Olympia again. And in 2009, right after that, I did the Sacramento Pro and took top 5, 4th place, and with all the big boys. I mean, I call them the freaks of nature, 300 pounds. Here I am coming in 200 pounds. But that's when I chose to retire. I said, you know what, I had a good run, and I want to go ahead and do other things to inspire the world. And back in 2010, I did another CT scan of my aorta. I found that the rest of my aorta was starting to expand. So I said, you know what, doctor and I decided that we need to get this fixed. So in 2010, I believe it was in February, I did my second part of my aorta, which is called the arch. And that was a 15.5-hour surgery. Right brain, right hand, left hand. It was connected to everything, and came out again. Walking from point A to point B, I was out of breath again. Started training with 3-pound weights again. Same routine that I did with my first surgery. And right after that, they decided to do the last portion of the aorta, and that was 4 months after that. And the doctor who did my second surgery advised the third doctor who did my third surgery, don't do the stent because it won't hold up. If you do the stent, it's not going to work. And of course, the doctor decided to do the stent anyway. And then basically last year, in April 22nd, I started sweating really bad. I started having chest pain. I started to realize something was going on, and I drove myself to my first hospital, which is Kaiser, and I realized it was something major. They're going to send me to the other hospital, which is Mercy. So I drove myself to Kaiser, drove myself to Mercy, and when I went in, took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure is 240 over 180. So any of you guys who knows a normal blood pressure be 120 over 80. So that's extremely high. You're talking about heart attack, stroke, I mean, everything you can think of. They were able to slow my blood pressure down. And right after that, they wanted to find the best doctor team together. The gentleman who did my second surgery, Dr. Sharma, awesome. He's considered one of the best in California. He did my second surgery, and he also did the last surgery that happened on April 24th of last year. And what made it more difficult was they had to remove the stent, and then they had to go ahead and do a full cut, which comes from the back of my shoulder blade through my rib cage, my obliques, my serratus, and just open me up, slice me down to the bone and everything. And so half of my body's been pretty much fillet. And you know, all I remember is waking up. And when I woke up, I was kind of groggy a little bit, and Dr. Sharma came in and he said, you know, Kris, there's a chance you'll never be able to walk again. And I tried to feel my legs, and I couldn't feel anything. It was almost like a dream. It was almost like a nightmare. Try to move my toes, I couldn't move anything. From the hips down, I couldn't feel anything. It was just, it was, you know, the weirdest feeling to when you're going 110 miles an hour and you feel like you've just been stopped in your track. And when he told me that, I had to really just start to think. I had to really use my brain and say, you know what, do I really believe what he says? And you know, when you've been an athlete, or when you've been some type of, when you have a burning desire toward anything to succeed in life, you don't want to listen, because every one of us has a champion in all of us. We realize that, you know, in life, we're going to get jabs. I mean, it's kind of like having a boxer. They're going to get punched. You just have to be ready for that punch in life. I mean, we go through life, and sometimes we feel like, you know what, this happened and that happens and everything else, and you start to, you know, you're like, wow, you know, it's kind of like a roadblock. But just remember, I mean, these roadblocks are going to come. Every part of your life you're going to have roadblock. You know, sometimes you might have, you know, relationship problems. Sometimes you might have, you know, financial problems. Sometimes you might have, you know, health problems. These three problems are going to come. They're all going to fall in those three categories. But it's how you deal with it is the only thing. And I didn't believe him at all. I just said, you know, no, I'm not going to believe that. And that's when I made a commitment. I'm going to walk again. That's when I made a commitment. You know what? I'm not going to be stuck in this wheelchair for the rest of my life. And you know what? I believe in life. It's how bad do you want it? How much do you believe in? And is there a clear picture in your mind that whatever you want in life, are you going to succeed it? Are you going to get it done? You know, and let's say for some people that are all in a wheelchair, you know what? You can always look at the positive things in life. You just got to look at, you know what? Every situation in your life you can turn into a positive event. Everything, you know? I never asked myself, why me? I never asked myself, why did this happen to me? I just knew that, you know, God's challenge that he's given me, it's just going to take me to the next level. And I know that, you know, because I'm a believer, and, you know, whether you're a believer or you're not, you know, just know that you believe in yourself. But if you do believe in a higher power, and you do believe that, you know, things happen for a reason, like myself, you can always overcome it. You can always look at the positive sides of things. Everything you turn around. But I believe that, you know, we're going to get through with this. And, you know, after all the support and everything that I've gotten from you guys, the sky's the limit for me. You know, I believe that, you know, the impossible become possible if you make it. And I believe that if you believe it 100%, you're going to succeed. Just being around the right environment, being around with the right people, being around people that are going to pick you up, take you going. You know, they're just going to keep lifting you. They're going to keep believing in you. And you're hanging around with those type of people, you're going to succeed every single time. But, you know, I love you guys, and I know that, you know, with all the support that I've gotten, and you know, this is a blessing. But I believe that, you know, the challenge that I have right now, that I'm going to be able to take it to the next level and inspire the world. But I just want you guys to keep yourself strong. Whatever you're going through, just remember, you can overcome it. You can overcome everything, anything you want. You know, the mind is so powerful, it heals itself if you allow it to heal. But you got to believe, and you just got to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Keep believing, keep doing it, and it's going to happen for you. So other than that, you know, God bless. Thank you for everything, and I really appreciate all the support. And you know what? I hope that, you know, you guys spread this video around and really inspire more people and help more people in whatever circumstance they're going through. So you know, if you can share this video, you can go into my some of you guys that are not on my Facebook, my fan page. It's Kris Dim, IFBB Pro, and let's keep inspiring the world. Other than that, I love you guys, and God bless.